Today we're going to do the heart-shaped bracelet. If you've done the chevron before, you should have success with this. If you haven't done the chevron before, I would go to that first and get a good handle on that before you start this one, because it does feed off of that one. So these are some completed ones for our class. What we'll be doing is the fishtail, then your knot pattern, and then fishtail on the other side. For this one, you need 2 colors. You need two 2-yard strings of each of those. So you'll end up with 8. So that's what you're going to fishtail at the top. I've started this one just because it's a little bit easier to see how to get it going. First thing you'll need to do is 1 row of regular chevron, and I've already done that. And that color will be whatever your background is. So if you want your heart to be a certain color, use the opposite to start. You want to lay your colors out so they're mirroring each other. So whichever one you wanted for that background color, like the purple was out here, that's the one I started, but they are mirroring every other as the layout. So to start the next row, so the first one is normal, start the next row, you're actually going to do, it's kind of a backwards knot. So for us, we did 4s that were going this way and P's that were coming in this way. So for this first one, you're actually going to do a P, and the second string will be the top string. So here's what I'm talking about. So we're going to do a P, so that purple one's going to be the top string. Each of these, you still do them 2 times, just like you've done before. But this time I'm pulling that top string out away. That part's different. I'll do a P. I'm going to lay that purple string out to the side. This blue string now becomes the top string. So I'm going to do the normal chevron 4s to the center to this one and this one. So the row will be the 1 purple and then the 2 blue to get to the middle. Then I'll leave that blue one for the middle. We're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. So instead of a P, we're going to do a 4. So the purple string's on top. Oh, I'll do it higher so you can see. So I'm going to do a 4, and then a 4. Then I drop the purple string out to the side. Then the next 2 I'm going to do with this blue string. So I'm still holding on to that one, and that one becomes the top string. So I'm doing the P's that go towards the center. When I get to the center, you can do 4s or P's, it doesn't matter. I usually just do a P because I'm already in that rhythm. So this is the V part of the heart. So then the next row, you're going to do that same thing. So we're going to flip that first one, and then the rest of them are going to be normal. So I have the purple and the blue here. So I'm going to do this one backwards again. So I'm going to do 2 P's. And then 4s to the other 2 to the center. So lay that blue one aside. Now the purple one's on top. Then I'll stop when I get to the middle. We'll do the same thing on the other side. So I'm doing 4s with that blue string on top. And now the purple in my hand is going to be the top string, and I'll do P's to the center. So it's really just that first one that's different on each side for 2 rows. And then the center, either or. Let me fix that one real quick. Okay, and then Sorry, I was trying to fix that one. So that one should be all purple. Then the next row is all blue. So it's just a regular chevron pattern that we do. So basically you do 2 regular chevron patterns and then 2 where you flip that outside one. So I'm going to do regular 4s. So this will be the bottom part of that heart. It's not too complicated. You just have to pay attention with where you're at. And then I'm going to do the other side, which is 2 P's all the way in. I'm going to move my tape so it's easier to see, so it's not wiggling around so much. And then I'm in the middle. So like I said, 4s or P's, either one. And that completed the heart pattern. So now I'm going to do 1 row of purple to go underneath that, and then the whole process starts again. So you can see we started right up here. We did the one where you change the outside, and then normal. So I'm going to do another normal. I'll do a whole nother round of it so you could see it. There won't be any vocal instructions though. So it'll be 1 row of regular, 2 of the flipped, and then the last one's regular.